Hello everyone and welcome back. Merry Christmas. I hope everyone is doing well and I hope Santa is good to everyone. Let's look at fantasy for the month of December 2020 again. So we're going to start here with Across the Realms. And first off, we have a free STL if you Vampire Lady Ornament, which comes in two different versions, so be sure to check that out if you have any interest in it at all. Also, they posted this here and the Wallachian Infantry, and I did not realize that this was actually part of Transylvania, that this was a region of Transylvania where, of course, Vlad the Impaler is famously from, so thanks to my viewer for pointing that out to me. But they posted these. I'm not entirely sure if these are part of the December release or not, but we're going to put them in here. They could be January previews. A lot of patrons are doing their early January previews, and we'll be coming back to that pretty soon, but after the holiday. Next up is Avatars of War. Avatars of War is doing an advent calendar, and there are several Patreons that are doing this, so I want to point a couple of those out. Now, we're not going to look through all 23 days. Some are doing only 12 days, and some are doing the entire month. But there's like the Ogre Shaman that you can see as well, that they have posted as well. On the 21st, they put out these scenic bases, which I thought were pretty cool and worth pointing out here. And there's a lot of other things that are going on as well. Some of these are not actually miniatures or other things, but go check it out and see if there's anything there that you find interesting. BattleYak Miniatures is putting out their winter sale. Now, my mini factory has already got the winter sale going, and this goes through January 10th for everyone. So you put the code winter24, and for most Patreons that are tribes, most creators, it's a 50% off sale. I don't think it's always 50%, but be sure to check that out. And yeah, just want to make sure that you're aware of this. So several of these creators have put these little blurbs out, and I just like to give them a shout out. Again, I don't get anything from any of this. Robert Joker BR pointed out to me that it's a Bestiarum, not Bestiarium. Sorry, sometimes I think I know things, and I appreciate the call out and was corrected there. They put out some actual prints of some of their releases here, so just to take a look at these. So like there was the Green Man kind of dryad, and there was the two creepy children. And then, of course, they had these rat creatures as well. And then, of course, like this Rat King, and it's basically a version of the Pied Piper of sorts. Crippled God Foundry is also purporting, and it's not the word I'm looking for. They're shouting out that they're doing the winter sale. You can do this on My Mini Factory or on their Cults store if you so wish. They are also doing a familiar calendar. Now, they did 13 days, I guess 13 instead of 12 days. So you can go check that out. Again, I'm not 100% sure if these are just for subscribers or for anybody, but again, worth checking out if you have any interest in that. Dragon Trapper's Lodge is doing a 12 days of Christmas, and again, I think this is subscriber only. I think if you're part of Dungeon Classics, then you might get access to this too. I did not take time to really look into that, but I did see it mentioned on the Dungeon Classics Patreon, which I am a member of. But these are the 10 days. We are not quite to the 12 days as I was recording this, but again, just to kind of give a shout out to Dragon Trapper's Lodge, here is their Trapper tier and their Soldier tier. I am actually interested in the train, even though it's not a real train, but what if you could take that and modify it into a real one? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? But like I said, they're doing the winter sale as well, Winter 24, from December 20th to January 10th. I mean, if you're getting a new printer for Christmas, and at this point, my Bamboo Lab may as well be a Christmas present to myself because I still haven't set it up yet. Might be worth checking out. Flesh of Gods Miniatures has put out a couple of Christmas special pieces, the Yule Wraith and the Yule Wanderer, obviously inspired by either Wendigos or Krampus of various sorts, but worth taking a look at for the Christmas spirit if you have any interest in these minis. Ghamak has released, of course, this Christmas special, these reindeer with a sleigh, and you can see a couple of goblins helping out our dwarven Santa guy here. But I just think this is a great set of miniatures. You've got a couple of versions of Santa, one that's a little bit more lazy and one that's a bit more cheerful and so forth. A couple of different types of reindeer that you can put together. It's a shame that the base isn't just a little bit longer and that you could print out 8 little reindeer as well. And a couple of different types of goblins that you can put on there as well, doing different things as to however you want the scene to look. So definitely put together in a couple of different ways. But just to kind of revisit the idea here we see the entire fantasy release for the month of December for Ghamak. And again, Ghamak's one of those that does multiple releases from several different factions, so you get a little bit of everything for anyone, unless you're just like you have to only have undead or dwarves or something. Great Grimoire has doing a Frontier, and as I record this, I think it goes through about Christmas Day. So this is the Snowbound Mysteries, and this is on my mini factory under Frontier, and apparently all of their unlocks have been unlocked. And so just want to kind of point that out. Again, they have this advent calendar that goes along with that. So definitely worth checking out if you have any interest in that. Highlands Miniatures has a free STL out there for you if you would like to look into this. He might have a couple of presents for you if you be sure to watch carefully here. Again, just to revisit, this was their December release. It looks like they had updated this post with more actual prints, which we're not going to go into here. But I also want to give them a shout out that they have released a Deathberg. It is an alpha rule set of a game to play with the miniatures that they produce. So if you're interested in that, and in my opinion, Highlands Miniatures has a very good classic Warhammer feel to them, definitely worth checking out. One Page Rules has also given out a free model as well. Here we have a Santa zombie guy, and he has multiple points of articulation. You can print this guy off pretty big, actually. Like everyone else, they're doing a holiday sale as well. A little bit more of a percentage off if you are actually a member of their Patreon or tribe. So Estudio has put out a couple of free minis for people as well. Tis the season of giving. So here from Dungeon Pinups, we have this free model from Estudio, and you don't have to be a member of the Patreon. You can just click the link and go and download them. I believe this character's name is Mary. And then we have Princess Elma. And Princess Elma looks as though the cold never bothered her anyway. And she is walking off in suit armor, and are those heels? Just now noticing that. STL Miniatures is again releasing members of their Never Dawn Chronicles. So we've already seen these miniatures, but just to reiterate that these are 2 factions that they have released for that game that are out. But I think this is more for their longtime subscribers. I may be wrong. Vae Victis Minis is also doing an advent calendar, and they do a pretty good job in releasing quite a few miniatures throughout the month. And so there's just kind of a glance of everything that you can pick up so far. You may want to check into this. You can see a bit of a theme throughout the month here, perhaps, maybe. But definitely worth checking out if you wanted some minis. And if not, you could subscribe for a month, get all of these, and then carry on. Wargames Atlantic has released most of these, I thought, already, but just wanted to point out this Age of Chivalry, these knights. These were just, again, posted on the 12th, and I think the December release is done. Some more reindeer. And I think these were ogre champions or giant champions, something to that effect. White Werewolf Tavern is another Patreon that is, again, touting the sale that is going on right now. So Winter 24, you get 50% off of any of the White Werewolf miniatures that maybe you missed, and you were like, man, I forgot, I should have got that. now's a good time to pick that up. Witchsong Miniatures has released this render of the Avatar of Winter. And Worldforged Miniatures has released part 2 of their December release, the Shadowdale Graveyard 2, which is primarily this bell tower here. So now you see it goes along with the rest of the mausoleum graveyard pieces that you have there. So anyway, I hope Santa's good to everyone. I hope everyone gets everything that they want, and maybe some stuff that you didn't realize you wanted. Those were always my favorite gifts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you before the year ends with a January preview.